Have you bought the new iPhone 13 yet? Have you ever paid attention to iPhone's past and present official posters? Have you realized how these posters visually persuade you to buy the products? Today, I'm laying them all in a row, and we're going to find out what makes some of the most visually powerful iPhone posters and what ideas they're trying to implant in our head without us knowing. Hello everyone, welcome to Visual Literacy Hub. This is Angela. I created this channel to record my daily observation and analysis about this very visual world that we're living in, because I don't want to be passively consumed by the bombarding visual information thrown at me. I want to stay critical and be a clever consumer. My analysis that you see in this channel is 100% personal, nothing close to professional opinions. I want this channel to be about you and I taking our time together to see, to think, and to share. Well, let the fun begin. So today, I'm not going to talk about all of the posters because some of them are just really boring and very similar to each other. I found the posters of 7 different iPhone series, the ones that I believe represent the changes in its marketing strategies. Now let's dive in and relook at the posters from a visual literacy perspective. Traveling back to 2007, the very first iPhone, in a dark background, shouting out its revolutionary white touchscreen with no physical keyboard, with the hand touching the only shining object in the poster. To me, it was like saying, let there be a touchscreen, just like let there be light. Very visually informative, very direct about its function. The key message here is, wow, this is revolutionary, come and check this out. At this stage, there wasn't the need for Apple to make a fancy poster because the innovation was something that's impressive enough. Let's jump to 2010 iPhone 4. Like the slogan says, they've changed everything again. While iPhone 3 was very similar to the original iPhone, this time Apple totally redesigned it with an all stainless steel look. This was also when iPhone, I think, started to lead the way in creating a world where the look of a smartphone really matters. I remember having my very first iPhone, iPhone 4. When I pulled it out of the box, I was thinking, man, this is delicate. Never seen anything like this before. I cannot crack a walnut with this like I can with a Nokia. And this delicacy is really powerful because Apple kind of couched me to treat my iPhone with care and treat it like a luxurious item rather than just a tool. iPhone 4 was also the first iPhone to have dual cameras. I guess they wanted to focus on one highlight at the same time, so it didn't really show this feature, but I'm sure there must be some other posters around that show the cameras. Similar to the original iPhone, dark background to highlight the reflection on the glass, something that definitely catch eyes without the need of any other elements. 2012 iPhone 5 together with 5S and 5C, we got 3 big changes with the iPhone 5. So bigger display, 4G support, Lightning port. Maybe there are just too many new features, so Apple decided not to highlight any of them like they did in the previous posters. Instead, they give the slogan a bigger space, drawing our attention in wondering what are the biggest changes. You also notice that the dark background is replaced by a bright one, and ever since then, you don't really see dark background posters around anymore. Give it a more stylish, modern, and high-end look. For iPhone 5S, it was the first time Apple started to play with color. Forward thinking, okay? Similarly, not too much information given, you need to find out more yourself. 5C is a very interesting one, an iPhone in polycarbonate cases. The message is quite straightforward. Bright colors, targeting younger audience. So leave your comment below if you think it's a smart move. Did you get attracted by 5C because of its color? Or were you like me thinking, really? Stainless steel, now polycarbonate? Putting these 3 posters together, I realized what Apple was trying to do here. For the very first time, consumers needed to think, so which iPhone am I getting? Instead of, should I get an iPhone? A very smart move. Seems to be giving you options, but actually not. Just like how when you see two identical bubble tea shops within 100 meters of each other, you think, which one of these has the shortest queue, instead of which bubble tea shop should I go to? It steals your attention away from the competitors and makes you focus on itself. 2014, iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, iPhone added the very first iPhone Plus to its series. The iPhone 6 has basically the same features as an iPhone 5S. The only big difference from iPhone 5S was a bigger screen, with even a bigger screen with an iPhone 6 Plus. I remember talking with my friend about the slogan bigger than bigger, saying, really? They can't think of a better slogan? But when I think about it, I realized what this poster was really trying to do was to create a sense of contrast. When you put two items of different sizes next to each other, the contrast makes the smaller one immediately seems to be much cuter, and the bigger one much bigger. I can imagine conversations such as, "Oh, this is so cute. I can get the smaller one and you can get the bigger one," must have happened among many couples or family members, or even between best friends. Similar to iPhone 5 series, by giving you a choice, it occupies your thinking and prevents you from thinking about other brands and focus on struggling which one that you're gonna get. Now, let's skip iPhone 7, 7 Plus, SE, 8 and 8 Plus, which not very memorable, at least to me. Let's jump straight into iPhone X in 2017, which I'm still using it. Another big move to drop the home button, have edge-to-edge retina screen. By now, it was obvious to me that the iPhone does not need to tell you what's new anymore. Claiming to be the future with confidence, this poster couldn't even bother a high-resolution image to show off its screen, just a blurred, colorful, futuristic illustration. The idea that this is iPhone, so just get it without asking questions, became the norm. This reminds me of the number plate of Victoria, where I'm currently living in. It used to be Victoria, the Garden State, and then Victoria, the place to be. As it becomes more developed, people feel like the name Victoria should be self-explanatory. Sadly though, the current one goes back to stay alert, stay alive, which ironically reflects the longest lockdown that we're having, the protest and the earthquake a couple of days ago. God bless Victoria. So basically, this poster implies that if you want to be up to date, you better get this phone. Kind of using people's constant fear of missing out on the latest product. The next three are my favorite poster for iPhone, so iPhone 12. A clear hierarchy of viewing, starting from the colorful products to a quick, clear explanation of what's improved, with memorable slogans, and then to more details, which many people like me won't even bother to read. As a consumer, I feel informed, attracted to the colored options, and also reassured about its water resistancy. Finally, the new iPhone 13 and 13 Pro. First of all, your new superpower, implying that this iPhone is very powerful, fast, anything that you can imagine for a phone to have. Is it catchy? Sort of, but not surprising though. My attention is still drawn to the colors. For Pro 13, on the other hand, the image focuses more on the camera, which I heard there's a big improvement. The slogan, "Oh so pro," although it is definitely better to have superpower than just being pro. But the thing is, being pro is practical, right? By just having a phone, you can take photos and videos like professionals. It is doable. That's what makes this slogan more persuasive than the superpower one, because you're not going to have superpower. It sounds unclear, vague, and a bit fake. But being a pro, that sounds like a practical goal I can easily achieve with the help of an iPhone. So personally, I think Apple wants you to get pro by using that language in the slogan. But really, are you really going to all of a sudden take professional level photos? Nah. Without learning compositions and colors and all the basics about photography and cinematography, my photos are not going to all of a sudden become professional level. Perhaps just a bit brighter and more clear, and that's about it. But do I care about the facts? No, most of us don't care. And most of us will feel good about our photos taken by this new iPhone and pretend to forget about our mediocrity in photo taking. Now, let's jump onto the official website and let me show you how 13 and 13 Pro is individually introduced without sharing my thoughts to you first. Feel it? It's literally sending out the message, get iPhone 13 Pro, okay? Don't compromise for iPhone 13 if you can afford a Pro. The huge difference lies in how iPhone 13 Pro was zoomed in and zoomed out from all different angles before explaining the more details. When I move on to C13, it almost makes me feel like the graphic designers just want to get it done and run off to parties on a Friday night ASAP. So yes, I guess the message is clear. Get the iPhone 13 Pro. Don't be stingy. People, obviously 13 Pro is better, right? Even iPhone 12 Pro and 11 Pro got 3 cameras. You don't really want to step backwards, do you? Seriously? And they deliver this message by rendering 13 Pro and present it way more better than 13. Which, guess what, Apple? It's clever, but it's not going to get me, okay? I'm going to love my iPhone X till it breaks down, like to the end of the world. Before I conclude this video, I just want to summarize how I feel about these posters across the years. I see a clear transition from the initial, come and check out the new functions, I'm revolutionary, to, hey, look at these colors and sizes you can choose from, and eventually to, I'm an iPhone, okay? I'm fancy, I'm pro. I don't really need to explain too much. For people like me who doesn't really spend much time reading all the new features and specs line by line, Apple really couched us to have faith in them, to just trust them and just buy them, because the majority of its audience will not bother to read all those details. All we can remember from those quick browse are X time faster, X hour longer, X more cameras, and X more gigabytes. Nowadays, people don't really have the patience for tiny details. We want the information quick, simplified, so we can make quick decisions and move on with our busy lives. Apple knows that, and it adapts its promotional materials according to our habits. That's all I want to share with you in this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment below, what iPhone are you still using? Which poster do you feel is the most visually powerful one? And if you're not an iPhone user, can you remember any slogan or any promotional materials from another phone company that triggered you to buy the phone that you're currently holding? Like this video and subscribe if you feel this video inspires some critical thinking in you and triggered some thoughts. It's my very first video, and it will be great to see that there are other people out there who also want to build visual literacy. See you in my next video.